We are they who were formed from the space dust in ancient Atlantis, sons of the lights who had come among men. The Atlanteans, the sons of Atlantis.
We are literally light eaters. We drink light. We drink light. We drink light through the skin as vitamin D. That is, light, particularly ultraviolet, goes into the skin.
Okay? In Kundalini yogic practices and traditions, they describe a hollow canal in the center of the spinal cord where the Kundalini rises and essentially brings the awakening of the Kundalini, or this primal energy.
The Negroes, the Bantu as we call them in Africa, in South Africa, is primitive on a very primitive level.
Police raid another sex farm on the Lower East Side. The raid continues like those in the upper spinal fluid should be treated as victims.
We have 150 milliliters of cerebrospinal fluid in our brain, inside of our brain, covering the outside of our brain. Fluid actually having sort of a spiritual component.
We got it.
You might have a little bit of clear fluid that actually comes out from the head. And so I said, wow, is that cerebrospinal fluid? If this is a successful practice of transferring your consciousness to the Buddha consciousness, and one of the indicators of success in that practice is a clear fluid that emanates from the top of the head. Could that actually be cerebrospinal fluid, because that's the only clear fluid that's present at that?
Prime. Just all the sounds felt primal, and the sounds just felt like...
The Negroes, the Bantu as we call them in Africa, in South Africa, is primitive on a very primitive level.
We knew that was something that could only have come from us.
Yes. Primal energy.
Primitive on a very primitive level.
Primal energy to the third chakra, where then it goes up to the crown chakra and an awakening occurs.
I knew it was alien.
Yeah.
Because it was African. And it was African sounds, and it wasn't using typical like 808s, and it wasn't doing what everything else was doing back then.
Yes.
And it connected to us all on a primal level. Just like a bunch of like African sounds. And it just felt primal. It felt like the last laugh of the enslaved spirit.
The meeting of the heads, which are the heads of the serpent, come together at the midline, and they come right at the third eye. In my belief, the heads of the snake represent one head of the snake represents the pineal gland, the other head of the snake represents the pituitary gland, and the center is the sushumna, which is the cerebrospinal fluid. When they come and meet together, it's sort of this meeting of the three energies right in the center here. The third eye, sort of the eye of the soul. This place has been called the Crystal Palace. It's been called the Cave of Brahma.
There's this incredible way in which
the Dogon, even without microscopes or without
necessarily knowledge of matter, have this weird intuitive understanding of the elements of matter.
stages, there is something stored in our DNA we can access in our unconscious.
We are they who were formed from the space dust in ancient Atlantis, sons of the lights who had come among men. The Atlanteans, the sons of Atlantis.
We are literally light eaters. We drink light. We drink light through the skin as vitamin D. That is, light, particularly ultraviolet, goes into the skin. planes of existence, the physical, the emotional, and the sort of soul plane of existence are enacted with light.
And only understand you. And only understand you. Only to understand what they fear and what they fear. They seek to destroy. 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 They seek to destroy.